Hello gamers. Hello guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the very chill, non-controversial stream. Hello. Everyone who joined. Cobb, D, Nils, Nudley, Sand. Hello guys. It's time for tier lists and stuff, just like stream title says. I literally had no idea how to name it otherwise, so first stream since July? No, because I also did the decathlon stream like a few days ago, whenever it was happening. And already controversy. Yeah, as usual. Cannot live a day without it in party games community. Can we do a party games IQ tier list? I don't think I can. I don't think it will be less controversial than this one. I feel like I will just be killed if I do that. Why am I still fanboy Noodly? I changed my gen back to old Noodly. It's just the IGen used for all the recent tournaments, so I can change it. It's not big of a deal. Get your own Noodly now. Now I have to change it all again because it's not alphabetical. There you go. Get your case on, deal. Don't do it, dear. Don't do it. Fanboy. Okay, this is just like the stream I did at the start of the year, where I did a tier list based on the what's called on the recent tournament performances. After 4th only one, Halloween and Christmas only once, and 3v3 tournament. And this one is like half a year later, after only considering, well, mostly considering the tournaments from this year, which were 5th only one, 3rd anniversary event, and the 3rd 2v2 tournament. And as usual, excluding people who only played one game or did not play at all during this time. So those are the full list of people who played 2 or more games. It only, all of all people who participated, doesn't include only Panda and Sheep. The Fury Slander on this channel continues. Okay, Nils. Has Nils slept recently? Didn't he stay up late yesterday for like 30 hours or something? Banana Cash prison killed 4 people. I don't think he's okay. Average party games moment. I'm fine, lol. Deal. Guys, I'm fine, I said. Average party gamer response. Yeah. And this is I don't know, like I feel like I don't know, I outlined all the tiers in my head, like behind like before the stream, like yesterday. Also, tell me if the music will get too loud. I'll try to make it quieter and stuff. There is an anonymous goose on my spreadsheet. Who is it? Who got that? Who's the goose in the spreadsheet? So yeah, but I think I might change some positions. Feel free to discuss and share and like talk about your opinions on everything I'll be doing today, because I have some takes, have some stuff to share. Yeah, that's me. You reuse the spreadsheet. Yeah, always reuse the spread, the same one. Silly goose. Yeah, this is silly goose indeed. Yeah, which way are we starting today? Because last time we started from the top, but we can go from the bottom tiers this time. Although I think we started from the S tiers last time because it's kind of easier to define like position of top players, I would say, because they just generally have more matches, and people who like get eliminated early, it's like very hard to tell them apart. It's like you can see like why my B tier is like gigantic right now. So, and also this time it's the only one where in a while I will not have a C tier. Like I see one position here, but I will not be putting anyone there, I think. Because it feels like, I don't know, the meta is changing really a lot, and like it's very hard to tell people apart. Like I originally had like 2 people in the tier, but then I was like, they're not that far apart from C+, so, and like C+ was like very small, so I just might as well put them with other C+ people at the bottom. So BRB, alright, Jakob. So yeah, I think we will start from the top tiers again. There will currently be an anonymous goose on the top of the screen. I will keep the page open. Thank you, Nedley. We need the goose. We need the goose on the name. So yeah. We can start from the top then. Again, I guess. Unless you guys really want to start at the bottom today, then we might. And I will try to order people within tiers, but generally, it's going to be like if people are in the same tier, they're like basically around same like skill level, and it's like the main focus is just sorting between tiers and not within them. But I will try my best and explain at least my vision on it and stuff. I should probably like open all the spreadsheets as well from the tournaments that happened, to just pull them out at any point. I'll be able to pull them. Welcome back, Fob. We did not do anything yet. I was just talking, so yeah. Let's start first with the very top tier, S+. Yeah, you don't miss anything. And already a plot twist, there is no one there. It's vacant. But Shido was the only one in that tier, and it was originally created just for him. But the dude fell off, and not fell off, but like did not. Cheetah does not play that much anymore. So, and like Cheetah was mostly because of his accomplishments and stuff, like way above everyone. And I feel like it's gotten, like in the recent year, the skill of the top players way too close to each other that I don't see anyone being way ahead of everyone right now, like Cheetah was. So it is currently vacant, but I think it might change if like IL absolutely destroys next tournament again. Like I think it's like a bit early putting him there or anyone else. Like if he would have won 2v2 with Midlow, then maybe he would have been here. But I feel like S+ should remain vacant for now. Best party games player. It is actually Boots. No, not yet. He is coming that way though. Boots is definitely on his S tier arc currently. Yeah, but like though there is no question that IL is at the top of S tier though. And like I know we don't count really the too much events before that, but besides 2v2, he won every single event he participated in. Some were close, some were not as close for him, but IL is definitely on the top of the tops, basically. Like let me check. Yeah, he has very insane stats for FIFA 1v1, and he played a lot of games, and like despite him playing a lot of games, his like averages and like win rates and stars were like absolutely insane. And like he seemed like as the tournament was going by, everyone was getting kind of more like tired and worn off and like playing worse, while IL only was getting better towards the end of the tournament. He unfortunately skipped 3rd anniversary because he got banned, and he was on a very good individual level in 2v2. Although this time he seemed to be, which is why I'm a bit hesitant putting him in S+, maybe. He was a bit less consistent towards the end of 2v2. And not making too, like, very, like, big, obvious mistakes, of course, but still, kinda, having less and less average, I would say, which is still, I think he's still, like, got, like, the most, average stars. Yeah, he's 17 exactly stars per game in 2v2 individually. Ahead of others, so, like, I feel like, IL, for me to, like, put IL in S+, he just needs another, like, insane, like, win, like, close to the 5th 1v1, because I don't want to do like any, like, rushed decision and, like, decisions, and it just, also I was comparing IL and, like, everyone else in S tier to each other, and, like, I don't know, just feels like everything is, like, everyone even S tier is, like, way, like, closer to each other than they've ever been. Like, I don't know. It felt like even when Cheetah was not playing in, like, too much in, like, 4th 1v1 and around that era, he was, like, still coming back and, like, just 3-0ing basically everyone besides me. So S tier or not, and IL seems to be not having as easy of the time. And it's not because IL is bad, it's because everyone else is just getting better, and, like, a lot more people are reaching the skill ceilings and stuff, so me and Tab beat IL sort of 4v S faster. Yeah, just you both at the same time as that is true. Meatloaf outplaced IL twice, I think, during 2v2, so therefore he is S+ as well. Yeah. That's the start of S tier. And the other position in S tier are very hard to say. Like, clearly IL is, like, number 1, but, like, how to order everyone else is tough, because, like, I was trying to compare S tiers between each other based on the matchups against each other, and it's just, like, it seems like, I don't know, like a rock, paper, scissors scenario right now. Like, I don't know. It's like, just, like, some people, like, perform good against like one player, and then, like, worse against the other, and it's like, just, it's like you can't definitively say who's, like, better than others, you know. That one game against 7-1 should guess S+ for that, real. But I think mostly because of the, like, I'm trying to use recency bias as much as possible. Like, it's like, this is the current skill tier list, not just overall, like, just how people were performing recently. I think based on the 2v2 performance mostly, and like, some parts of 1v1 as well, which was, like, almost half a year ago. Jesus. I would put Sand as number 2 right now, behind AL, because he seems to be compared, like, in that comparison to STS that I did, I think he is compared better than others. Like, he has, like, more, like, favorable matchups, I would say. Like, when he plays with Niels, he seems to be more, like, ahead in, like, performance and stars as well. Like, it was, like, a year ago, it was the same in 2v2 this time. He had a matchup against Squab last year, but which was very close, but seems to be more in Sand's favor. Sand against me was, like, basically, like, 1 star apart, like 1 point apart in PB Hunt as well, like, basically same level, I would say, and same with him and Cheetah a year ago, and Sen definitely improved while Cheetah plays less and less since then, so I'd say Sen and Ayala have like more favorable matches against other S tiers right now. Like it probably would have been different if it was just FIF1v1, but because Sant was not playing too much back then. But his performance into it was really something else. Dude was popping. Especially the things that I was pointing out during the V2 matches about Sant in boots, and it was true for both of them. It's like even when they get the not like most favorable games for them, they still like pop off and just win despite their opponents probably wanting those games and being better at those games like on paper before the match. So yeah. And the funny thing is, when I was like doing the matchups, looking at the matchups between S tiers, Ayala and Sand had never been in a matchup against each other. So I don't know if it will we'll see them like 1v1ing in like finals of PB Hunt or something. But we will be able somewhat to compare them, I guess, in this tournament because they both signed up. So it's gonna be interesting to see some sort of comparison between them finally. And I think like out of all S tiers, Sentis has a very good chance against AL. They have a very similar like best games for them. Like Animal Slaughter, Workshop, Big Jousting and stuff, and very similar weaknesses as well. Like really based on stats of course, and like just overall performance, like Chicken Rings, Trampolinio, Frozen Floor, they seem to perform a bit worse against other top players, so they're very similar players in terms of skill sets, so I would really be down to see matches between them. Hi, sorry, I was playing Pokemon Go. Welcome back, dear. I put 2 people on the spreadsheet so far, on the list. Yeah. Santa believed in me a year ago and still does today. Yeah, he is insane. He is quite the man. Quite the guy. Yeah. Right behind both of them, I think and not really controversial is Niels. If my place is second, usually, what the fuck happened? Why you just supposed to be honestly? Why is it not? Hello? There we go. It was not working. Then Niels' place is third. He got first in FIF1v1 this year. He got third in third 2v2 and first in third anniversary event. I was before third 2v2. I think Niels was like number 2 for me because he's like one of the most consistent players right now across like every game with barely any weaknesses. Big jousting. And he barely played before like third anniversary event, and like he just like swept everyone there despite his lack of practice, and like still performed very consistently in third 2v2 with a bit more practice, and scored some very good stars and performances there. Like he's only below Sant because Sant had a more favorable matchup, like performed better in the matchup against Niels specifically. Like if the bracket was different, maybe Niels would have been number 2. And also Niels seems to be like one of the only like counters to IL when it comes to matchups. Him and well, Hob and Tab, I guess. Despite his lack of practice. Yeah, 10k wins, but like he barely got any wins in 2023. Like, well, not 2023, but after his monthly attempt at the start of 2023, he barely played, I think, from what I've seen. So he still grinds, but like not as much. Like his peak was not peak, but like Niels is like was at his best when he was grinding for monthly because he was just getting insane amount of practice every day. and just I don't know, like I feel like this recent tournaments show that if you don't like, you will see like that S tier is like people who somewhat play, even though like not too much, but somewhat play, and like people who don't play at all right now. Basically, is what's S tier, and like most of the other tiers will be looking like. Those recent tournaments really show that without practice, no matter how good you are, you will not go as far as you could have, obviously. Sylvian, hello Sylvian. Sylvian is gonna be on this list very soon. I wasn't inactive, I was maining Honor. Yeah, but I meant like as a party games main. You know what I mean. When are the next balance patches? Soon. Very soon. Yo, stream. Hello, Kenneth. Fancy seeing you all here. So yeah. That is my top 3 so far. And at number 4, I am placing a very cool person. Al31. Do you guys know who is? Oh my gosh, why the fuck is this so loud? Okay, that's better. That's that music scared me, dude. Yeah. Like I said, just bottom West tier players who don't play as much. Well, didn't play during the tournaments too much. Like I didn't know how to fully place myself. I'll say, not sure who after young guys, how many wins do you have? I don't know, like 10 or something. Even in the Discord, probably not. So yeah, it's hard to tell because like I don't know. I had 2 matchups against Niels and both times he performed better, so he's obviously gonna be above me. And even though I did win against Sand in FIFA only 1, I think he like. Not that I think, we actually did like a 2v2 match between our teams, and I think Sand was generally performing better there. And like he just was on a better level during the tournament. Though I did have some good performances in 2v2, I would say. I think the thing that I will be most proud of myself forever is me being outplaced by IL once and outplacing him twice. I'm the only one who outplaced IL more than he outplaced me during this tournament. That is my only accomplishment during this whole year so far. And like my match even in 1v1 between me and IL was pretty close, despite me not playing at all and being drunk as fuck during the game. So I still have it in me. I just have no time really to play. Well, kinda have, but I just rather spend this time like working on actual like events and like stuff for the server. Which by the way is I'm playing a lot of stuff during this year. Even so stereotypical. I'm sorry. I'm too stupid to listen. Video. There are like what's called subtitles for like that I can probably add during the stream. I don't know how accurate they will be. Probably not very accurate, but if you guys want, I can add them on like one of the next streams. Would be quite an interesting addition. Either way, yeah, I'm cooking a lot of stuff for this year. I have stuff planned. I remember sending a message to one of the organizers, which is like the schedule that I have in my head for this year, with all events and tournaments that I want to do. And there's also some big projects cooking in the background. So the content is coming. Okay, so got this gang. And looking forward to improving my own place in S tier. During the tournaments, especially the PB hunt. I feel like I will be coming back on Buddy Games grinding arc because of PB hunt, so can't wait for the 5v5 tournament. No, not 50-50, please. 10v10. Pokemon Unite tourney, deal. And wait for 1v3 tournament. Yeah, we should do that. We should do that. Honestly. A 2v2 tournament, but all players decide who they wanna team with during the game itself. We just put 4 random people who signed up in one game, and then they just decide who they wanna play with. Ayal versus everyone else. Just one. Yeah, Ayal would sweep. Yeah. And I think the remaining of S tier is kinda obvious, I would say. Carbon Cheetah lost a bit of positions here compared to last time, from top S plus to bottom S, but not because he's bad at the game. He showed that he, even with no practice at all, he can just still be at the top level. It just because he doesn't have any practice at all, he does not really compare too much, I would say. In matchups, like he lost to Cobb in a 1v1 matchup, and like it was the game that Cheetah kinda like practiced for out of everyone, and like he did not play in any other tournaments. Cobb was number 2 after 5th 1v1, obviously, but it seems like he just plays way less and less as the time goes, and he, despite scoring some, like, I don't know, very good scores in 2v2, in the match against AL, he was still mostly outplaced by him in that match. And against Itamar and Sith, he did not practice too much, and like, overall match was way closer. And just Cobb was scoring a bit less points than usual, I would say. So like I said, S tier is just like people who somewhat played and practiced for 2v2 and people who didn't, basically. So yeah. Obviously, this tier is like can be vastly different depending on who plays, who practices for each tournament, each event. But this is what I feel like it looks like right now, based on the previous results. I was not making S tier, dude. How can you not make an S tier? Also, hello Bacon, you're not late. We just finished doing S tier. It's fine, I'll get a VR if that's what it takes. Fine. Just get pictures in. I'm telling you, it's a vacant VR. Not VR, world record. I still say VR sometimes when referring to world records. The Russian with me is too strong. You not being in S tier would be a crime, true. And I feel like S tier might expand very soon. We have very good competitors and people who might jump into it very soon, depending on next tournaments and stuff. Especially if like some of the people will still remain active in S tier. Like probably at the end of the year, after like a few more tournaments, I'll do another tier list. Just as usual, with only recent players. If Cheetah doesn't play, he'll probably not be on it, so it will be easier to access S tier, I guess. Yeah, and even ready for next one tournament. I mean, it's not gonna be that soon. Like, I mean, next tournament is PB Hunt, and there's probably gonna be something special after that. Not special, but like a bit unusual, you know. Oh no, it's a you're in trade. Okay. The classic 1v1 next on tournament might be in quite a bit, so I'm never ready for tourney deal. On the unlisted list, yeah. The day but Cheetah lose S tier will be a sad day. I don't think Cheetah will ever. I think Cheetah just has such a like base skill level that no matter like even if he plays 0 games and comes back, he will still be S tier compared to everyone else. Just not at the top of S tier. Basically, what he like at the level he is right now. Because I think he played like 1 game, like in like a few weeks before his match with AL, and still it was pretty tough match for AL. It wasn't like an easy sweep or anything. Cheetah definitely had a chance of winning even then. Ain't gonna happen, yeah. Cheetah will always be S tier. Yeah, and not everyone else will be just absolutely insane S plus tier level at one point. But I feel like for it to happen, there's gotta be like an update for the game for like to allow like more possibilities and improvements, which is not happening from Hypixel probably. After V100 is 44 than 1v1? No. After PB Hunt, there will be a 1v1. Just not very regular 1v1 probably. Like I said, I have an idea cooking in mind. Such a base skill level, true. My screen is just getting darker. I don't know how to make it bright again. Oh, there we go. Just has a code legacy, yeah. 30-second ad because my Wi-Fi crashed. No. I'm gonna start A+ tier right now. So you get before I start, you have anything you want to change to S tier, in your opinion? Do you agree with everything so far? Because I feel like I said, like top tiers are usually easier to do. Like I feel like as we go down, even like A+ and A tiers will be just quite tough to just, I don't know, differentiate, and like hard to tell who should win each one. And I might make some changes as we go. For D+, there is no D+. The lowest for this one is C+. C was the tier on the previous tier list, but like I don't think anyone is C tier. Like I feel like C+ is gonna be the bottom one this time. S tier is good. I put Cobb above me, but yeah, I would say like Cobb, like I don't know, like you and Cobb when you played, you were like pretty much same level with Cobb, getting a bit ahead. But it's just like I feel like you're just more consistent than Cobb currently because like you just play more than now. That's what I think. Yeah, okay. Everyone, oh no. How soon is soon? I'm at alt percent. Oh no, not the alt percent. Yet it's coming. Okay, let's start with A+ tier. H. With the closest to S tier being right now, I don't think many people will disagree with that. Where is the dude? There he is. Sylvian. It's the boy. It's the guy, the Sylvian fan. Hey, Sylvian just showed up this year and like out of nowhere just started destroying. Beat Bloodser in the first game. Got 3-0 by Cobb, but it was his second match and it was like still all games were very close. Then defeated Anti and Sky in somewhat close matchups and Ken, and then got eliminated by AL with also pretty close games. Then there was a third anniversary where he had some trouble with pay to win and a close match with Niels, but still got eliminated and only got to semifinals. And him and Bloodstar went all the way to finals where they lost against Sentient Boots. Like Sylvan just seems to be like very cracked and like have a good consistency across most of the games. It just he has like, I don't know, he's very similar to Tree, where like you look at him and like you're like, yeah, he's very good and like obviously he can be like S tier and stuff. He just like barely, like his accomplishments are barely not within the reach of S tier currently. Like it's what's always with Tree, who like got close to like beating Cobb, then got close to beating Cheetah, and like got like very close to like winning like Halloween 1v1 and stuff, but like just barely not enough. Just a little bit, just like a little more, like one, like more confident to win against someone and stuff. And he definitely can be at tier, just not yet enough, I would say. Sylvan, yeah, okay, he pull up. I would have put Boots, but honestly I haven't played Sylvan in months. Sylvan is very cracked. I've played Boots, so I don't know. Didn't you play with Sylvan? Well, against Sylvan in 2v2. Like, you were in the same group with Sylvan and Bloodser, I think. I thought Boots would go at the top. I feel like my placement, reading your message, I feel like my placement of Boots is a bit lower compared to everyone else's. I have a feeling that I'm placing Boots lower than you guys would. I thought this was a bit ahead of Sylvan, maybe in stats, but probably not in 1v1 scale. Avalanche flashbacks, oh no. Dylan was spot 8 with Boots in after the match and might for with me, but I mean we did, but I'm gonna be honest, that match I didn't expect anything to happen. Yeah, and he still popped off, both of you on Bleach. Got really good performances there. Like, comparing, like, for example, you and Sylvan, 10, 13 stars, 11, 14, 10, 14, and we do not talk about last game. I'm not gonna say the stars out loud in the last game between you guys. Boots speak just and Jinchik Sultan are seriously impressive. Yeah. Boots is I'll talk about Boots later, but he definitely has some very high games. Just seems to yet not to be as consistent as everything else. Because in party games, like, you can have like explosive, like insane games that you pop off at, but like usually what matters is like to just have, it's like party games are not about your highest ceiling in games usually, but how high is your like lowest like score that you can like get on a bad day in each game. Like, because you can like be like the best at like 3 games, but if you like mediocre at everything else, you will not be at the top. So I doubted him halfway through. It did not go well. Oof, yeah, it was not. The game was not going well for sure. Well, Boots is good at everything else too. Boots is good, but like I don't think he's yet as good as others. And let's continue with A+ first, because right behind Sylvan is Ken F. Our boy Ken is there, still in A+, moved a bit higher. He did really good in FIFA only one. Beat Sand, beat Boots, almost beat me. And the only person who lost in FIFA was Sylvian, which is like, I placed him below. And let me check. Oh, it's like, I wouldn't compare him too much to Sylvian in their 2v2 matchup, but he's still, like, Ken was like very performing really well in 2v2, like on the top level until the last game where he couldn't really play too much. So I think I don't think it should be like that much of a discussion. Like Ken is like still an A+ and like one of the closest to S tier currently. Really excited to see him in PB Hunt and other events. But Ken is just like consistent and really good at a lot of games. He doesn't have, like I said, like too many like insane pop-off games, but he's just good at everything. And like the only reason, like I said, he's below Sylvian is because Sylvian beat him in the 1v1 when they had it. So Discord mod tier list, man. Oh no. Hello ship. There's only one Discord mod, and it's Q Spider who will be at the top. Oh no. Please do not put me on the tier list. I do not want to be known as a Discord mod. Damn, that's too high. I don't think that's too high, Ken. Like, Boots gets the pop-off enough. It's just how he performs the insane pop-offs, I would say. I meant like pop-offs is like games where he just explicitly like better than others, like he's like the games that were mentioned, like Ho Ho Ho, Big Jousting and stuff. Like Boots is like top like top 3 player at those. He just is like not as high at other games, I would say, compared to other people. Like, he's like around like top 10, like top 5 at some of them. Maybe lower at the others. No. It's kind of hard to judge Boots as well because he only recently showed up in the community. And like he only played in this year. And mostly basing his placement off the performances in those events, so Ken's gameplay enough to give opinion on this. And you can rewatch the old VODs and stuff of him playing in tournament. And let's see if I can pull up any of the Ken's stats or anything. Looking at the starts leaderboard of 30, he's 5th with 14.2, behind IL Cop, me and Sand, and a bit above Sylvian, just by a little bit. But like, just basing it all on the stars leaderboards and stuff is not the way. I wanna do it, because, especially when it comes to 2v2, because like you get different opponents, you have like different teammates and stuff. Like, it's probably obviously, like, just as an example, it's probably a bit more easier to get stars if you're teamed with NT compared to if you're teamed with Bloodsir, for example. Not saying that NT is like best player or anything, but like that's just how it goes in 2v2. Although NT can definitely be on the very high level. He almost knocked off Sylvian in their match. Well, kinda. Like, I think. Hold on, I have this spreadsheet open. Why am I trying to remember it? Their match was like 18, 16, 2020, and 2019. Like, holy fuck. And you can definitely be like high A tier if you place in practice. Maybe A plus even. But that is not the placement he will have tonight, unfortunately. Boot started last year. Yeah, but like he only started playing in events starting with FIFA only one, so Holland's probably worse than many people. I don't remember like all of your PBs and stuff, but like I said, it's not about how high your PB is, like, and if you have the highest ones or anything. It's just about how low is your bad scores when you like not perform as well, or like you're out of practice or anything. Like, what is like your base like bare minimum level you can perform at? And your bare minimum is definitely very high. But you can start organic until early this year, yeah. To be placed accurately, yeah. Like I said, the lower tiers, like basically anything below S and maybe A plus is just very hard to determine, because it's just people like the lower we go, the less people in those tiers played in competitive matches, so it's harder to sort them out. But let's get closer to those people and place next person A plus, who some of you might even forgot that exists, is 3. I mentioned him before, just always close to S tier, always insane performances, no matter how much practice he has, just barely not enough, and I place him below Sylvan and Ken here because they've just been playing more than him recently. I like he had very good games in like FIFA only one at the start, but like at the end he seemed to be like not playing at all, and right now he doesn't play Minecraft whatsoever, so I feel like both Sylvan and Ken have better chance against him right now. Like I said, mostly like top of the tier are people who play and people who don't play usually, so I've never beat 3 before. Have you played with 3 before? Obviously not in these tournaments, but like before. I'm trying to remember. Maybe if you had like just random 1v1s, but not in the tournaments. I don't think you played. No Wi-Fi died again, Reef. Would be top glass also. Not top. Like I said, we have a bit different opinions. Like I said, my opinion on Boots is a bit different from everyone else's. I feel like the more it will go on, the more you guys will be like, where is Boots? Where is he? Why is he not here yet? No, he will show up here one day. One day he will show up, guys, I promise. You just gotta believe. I forgot about it. Yeah, like I said, he only played in FIFA only one in this year, but like still showed like pretty good performance. He was top A plus before FIFA 1v1 and probably was still top A plus after it. It's just because of the other events he did not play, and Ken and Sylvan played and showed good performances. I think they should be higher than him right now, because it is how people currently compare to each other. He's goated, he is. Bro is better than me. Oh yeah, we did beat Niels in Halloween 1v1, but it was insanely close game, neck and neck. And Niels definitely improved since then. If Boots is B plus, I'm writing. What if Boots isn't B tier for B? B tier for Boots? Boots is S plus, real. Plot twist, S plus was actually Boots all along. That's below A. Yeah, again, Sisson is doing the PP hunt on. I don't really. I usually don't really like doing like too many of those tier lists because I don't want to like upset people or anything, obviously. But like, I hope I just hope that more people were like newly like if they see themselves being placed low, it would only give them motivation to just get higher next time I do it. That is the spirit that I think more people should have. That is the right spirit. And it's certainly the spirit that I always have. Like people predicting me low, alright, time to just annihilate the whole fucking planet. I think like FIFA only one was like the only time people were actually expecting something of me. And maybe that's what got to me. Or maybe it was just in my head. Nothing was real. Certainly did not help that I was like the main updater alongside with Sun for predictions, so I had to look at them all the time and just look at every single one of the predictions. I wonder how much different I would be as a player if I was just a player and not organized and just could fully focus on playing and not thinking about anything else. That would be a completely different story. But he had a lot of troll matches. Nils Spider, Cop Cheetah, Real. He had a chance of winning Halloween 1v1 when he like lost 2-3 to IL as well. Like 3 against S tiers. Lost 3-2, lost 3-1, won 3-2, lost 3-2, lost 3-2. And me and 3 did not play since like first 2v2, I think. But him and his team was won 3-2 barely as well. So but first 2v2 was 2 years ago. And that 2 years ago. I'm motivated to get lower. No, Ken! Don't do that. You'll be second again, yeah, probably. And send an S tier S plus tier application. Maybe. So, who do you guys think is at the bottom of A plus? How many of you think it's Boots? Let's just... And how many of you will be disappointed in my choice? I'm boosting his stats to S tier. No boosting. Nuh-uh. Not a lot. Surely. Yes, Bacon. I'm listening. I'm gonna have to talk. Yeah. What kind of talk? No. The Canadian fighting community that I'm good. Because you are good. Woods is definitely the player who will move up a few tiers. Next time I will do it. Maybe he will be B plus next time. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's all the opinion that you're A plus, real. Yeah. And Sand once again proving himself to be good at predictions. Placing Fiji here. I was thinking of placing him on top A instead of A+, but I looked back at his matches in FIFA 21 and I think he's still on A+ level. He just doesn't play too much at all. It is not boost. How the stream not boost is right below S tier and else doesn't put him A+. Yeah. A few tiers. Also, we're gonna need to talk after this stream. No, we can talk during the stream. We can talk during the stream about it. Because I feel like I'm really sad that Fizzy dropped out during his match with Sand. I would really want to see him play against Sand. And I really don't want to take in consideration like random 1v1s, but I'm pretty sure Fizzy like beat Niels in one of those recently. Or like after 5th 1v1 or something. Or during it. But just based on his performance in 5th 1v1, he's still at A+ level, but I don't think he's A tier. And I think if he comes back, he'll still be A+. Just barely holding on to it. He need to definitely play a bit more to keep that level, because there are so many people in top A. Okay, he not Boost beat me 1-1. I beat Ayel in 2v2, therefore Boost is better than me and Ayel, so he should get S+. How doing against him on pick jousting, that is true. Just be better than Niels at pick jousting. Which is the task that I successfully failed each time I played Niels. So yeah, that's I feel like it's like I said, it's very hard to say who should or should not be in each tier, and I feel like a bunch of people from top A, like you guys can argue that they should be A+ as well. It just feels like people who are currently who I put in A+ are just a bit above the level of A tier players right now, based on the previous performances. Like, I could see like any of those 4 people beat majority of A tier players most of the times, or at least perform a bit more confidently than them. That would be my A+. That would be my A+ tier. I'm not worried, you guys will love A tier. Hey, how many of you think I put Boots go light? How many of you would think that? Or he forgot to rank Boots? He's here. He's definitely ranked. He for sure is ranked. Do not worry. I made sure to rank him this time. Just this once. If Asin put Boots in this long as a year, we're gonna have a problem. That's about like 6 or 7 names. That's 8 names. 8 names in A tier. Wait, why is it 8? Why is it 8? Wait, no, it's 7. I'm a patty gamer. I cannot read or count, guys. I'm unable to do that. 7, shut up, bro. Yes, try to count to 7. Impossible. and count past 8. Yeah, because 8 is all you need. There's only 8 fighting games to play during the match, so. So, the top of A tier. Who do you think it is, guys? It's gonna give you a hint. Their name starts with B. He's counting to 9, real. That's why so many people missed the last block. In the background, it's Snowdin Town from Undertale. It's gonna be blood, it's gonna be blood. It's actually bacon now. It's bacon. Though bacon could have been there. Looking at his past results. But yeah. Yes. Yeah, it is Blotzer. Oh, I just replaced Blotzer with Fizzy. Hold on. That's not what I wanted to do. I just removed Blotzer from existence. It's just Fizzy. Is it Boy Kisser? Dude, I forgot about Boy Kisser. I mean, my ratings are mostly based on not mostly, but like if two people are close to each other in skill and in performances, I try to look at their what's called their matchups against each other. And Blotzer, I was mostly considering him an A+, but like because I would still put him at A tier after Fifth Only One, even though he got eliminated very early. But during 3rd anniversary event, and especially 32, he pretty much got back on his previous level. He seemed to have he seems to be just a bit still slightly inconsistent to be A+, I would say. Like he can have like, especially in his 2v2 games, he can just have an explosive, like insane matchup where he top frags and he just scores bottom stars next round, like, and just throwing a bunch of games. Like, especially like at like his good games, like he's one of the best Animal Soldier players, and yet I think during 2v2 he like lost and didn't play some Animal Soldier because he hit -50 like 3 times during very important games. So, but like I said, I think his performance only been getting better since Fifth Only One, and like one of the reasons he's ahead of Boots is because he 3-0'd Boots in 3rd anniversary, and like even though the first game Boots had more round wins and Blotzer mostly won because of multipliers, in the other 2 games Blotzer seemed to be more consistent than Boots, and when they had a 2v2 match in the finals, they were pretty much at the same level, and just overall across the tournament Blotzer seemed to be performing either at the same level or better than Boots. So I think Blotzer should be at top A, maybe bottom A+, if we count if we don't count his inconsistencies, but I feel like it's a fair placement for him. A decent shot at beating Blotzer in the mini 1v1. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Have gone wide by Boots every time. You played Boots and Blotzer both. Wait, did you play against... No, you did not play against Boots in tournaments. Like I said, I cannot count all of the random 1v1s that you guys are doing. I'm only looking at the events in tournaments. So... I cannot count every little thing, and like performance against like other players is like not really what I'm looking at. when doing those tier lists, and like usually trying, like I said, to if someone close to each other, I'm trying to look at the matchups between them that actually happened during the tournaments. Like that's why you can see Nils above me, Cow above Cheetah, Sylvan above Ken, Blaster above Boots and stuff. So top price, my bad. Yeah, it was in the finals, Sylvan, I remember. Price and chicken, you know what I mean? Yeah, I know what you mean. Check competitive. I'm checking the competitive. I'm checking every channel, every time. I just do not remember every single little thing. Like if you scroll through competitive right now, the last thing, there's like a bunch of random ass messages and it's just like Nils versus Sylvian at the start of July. It was before even the end of 2v2, I think. I'm definitely looking at it, I just do not remember everything from this channel specifically. Let's go through all of it easy. Can like have some chicken. Oh no, he does not know him. D, shut up! I don't know. Else, can you show the image live on stream? Oh no, why? Why do you guys like this? Okay. I was trying to I was trying to find this image in no mic on my server, and I was like, okay, it's definitely, it should be pinned, right? But no, this is the only image that's pinned. The only thing that is pinned there. I'm trying to find it. Give me a second. It will be there soon. I promise. It's so kind. I mean, that is a based picture. I'm Biden. I cannot find it anywhere. Oh, there it is. That's the one. You guys had a good look at it? Cool, because I'm never showing it again anywhere in my life. I'll find this in a few seconds. Yeah, no! Nils is dying right before I think who's below Blitzer. If next one isn't Boots. No. Next one is actually Joe Biden. It is B, but it's the final for Boots' place. Oh, you guys will have to wait for a long time again. Just kidding, just kidding. I wanna just like keep going with the tiers and just not placing Boots until the very end and just place him at the end where I actually think he is. Would be funny. Yeah, who do you guys think is right below Blitzer? What are we thinking tonight about the next placement after Blitzer? It's D. D too. Like, oh, Mr. Party Rocker hater. What do you mean I'm a Party Rocker hater? I love those guys. I just have opinions and access to all the tier lists, so is he real? I don't think he's real. You can think it was still gonna be him eventually, right? Sky or Boots? Scent is the closest one to the truth here. I would say. Just like I said, next one is Biden. And we know who is, we just saw who is actually Joe Biden and Jigsaw Rush. It is still not Biden. Yeah, now you guys can riot. But yeah, 3 again. Jigsaw Biden is the next A-tier player for me. And once again, I said that I'm counting the personal matchups. And even though Sky beat Blatzer in FIFA Only 1, since then Blatzer improved and so did Sky. But she seemed to do a bit worse in the 2v2 against him. And it was the only bad matchup for her in 2v2. She just went on a pop-off arc in FIFA Only 1 and third 2v2. Despite that one game against Blatzer and Sylvian. With her being at almost 12 stars per game individually in 2v2 and getting top stars against Bacon and Bleach in either top stars or second top stars in most of the games, and getting top stars against Sent and Boots twice, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. Like, if it wasn't for that match, Sky would probably be lower than Boots, but like her overall consistency and pop-offs recently, and like especially in the game against Boots' team specifically, made me consider putting her above him. 9 long just to give more space in case, yeah. People like it, yeah. The rest of it, yeah. We're gonna see the rest of the tier list on the next stream. After we hit the donation goal. Pay $55 to continue the tier list. Against me and Bleach. No, she did really good. 16, 11, 15, and 17 stars. If that's not amazing, I don't even know what is. That is some pretty cracked star averages. That's better than me against Nilton Nude in terms of stars. B tier for Boots. Maybe young. Of team total. Yeah, in team totals were very close. 23, 23, 22, 23, 26, 19, 25, 23. It was very close. Next is Monkey because he beat Boots in FIFA on 1. Imagine. But yeah, Sky definitely been on the rise recently and just performing better and better each time. Just full of surprises. I'm just I think she signed up for PB Hunt. I wonder how she will do there. It's gonna be a difficult one for her. Because PBs and 1v1s are completely different fields, obviously. But they're both kinda considered for the tier list. Just not that many people get reckless in PBs. The more optimized they get, so might change during PB Hunt. We might see a bunch of random records popping out. They aren't very good, and we shouldn't either one or less for fear of which wouldn't seem great. I don't think you and Bleach are not good. I think you and Bleach are very good. You're very underestimating yourself. Anonymous dinosaur, it is. It was a dolphin like a few seconds ago. What happened to dolphin? So, next in A tier. Just saying, their name starts with B. Who do you think it is? Biden. Sorry, guys. Bacon. It's not good. Yes, what do you think if we just skip like a few spots and go to bottom 8 tier first? Before I'm sure. For next 8 years, so I would love to see it, man. But yeah, guys, you can have it. It's very, why is very long 3.0? It's boots. It's the boots. It's the stream is over. That's it. You guys got what you wanted. Boots is here. Yeah, boots definitely after showing up out of nowhere and just not scoring, not having to good of a what's called accomplishments. I think I said before 2v2. I said like Boots is definitely a great player. It just seems to be like just within the reach of like good accomplishments to like place him as a top player. And like winning 2v2 obviously moved him up quite a bit for me. It just I don't think he's quite at A plus level yet because of consistency issues mostly. Just like some games he seems to be just destroying and just popping off, and just like whenever he doesn't get those games he just kind of doesn't perform on the same level. He seems to be just a bit, I don't know, inconsistent in that regard, and he's definitely top A tier for sure, and like the closest, one of the closest people to A plus right now. It's just Buster and Jigsaw performed better than him in the matchups they had, better on about the same level, I would say, in the latest matchups. So that is why the placement is like that. You know, I feel like all those three people can easily jump in A plus after next tournaments they will do. Like easily could be A plus all three of them next time we do that. Only time and their performances will tell. How did that guy switch to unicorn again? He is real, yo. Boots ROM. Also, why don't you just type that? Why do you copy and paste? Just because it's easier. I don't want to read that. Just why would I have the list here if I don't copy and paste from it? Also, so I won't forget, of course, who even participated, but yeah. He is here, guys. I hope you're happy now. Hope you also fine. Yeah. There you have it, guys. There he is. He is real. And right below him, his really good friend, Monkey CD 17. What did I just do? I just clicked on something and my whole screen moved somewhere. What did I just do? I have no idea what I did. Did I make those things appear? Were those here before? Oh yeah, they are here. You turn on the bookmarks. Yeah, how do I remove them now? What did I click even? Oh, that's what I did. Control Shift B. Okay. Soccer 365, not 385. Yeah, just the website to look for recent soccer matchups and stuff. Have scammed in the chat panel. Real. Yeah. Monkey Pog. Monkey definitely, after not playing in tournaments for quite a while, FIFA 1 was his first one in a bit, and he showed some like, because people always had like that idea that Monkey is not that good for some reason. He showed that his insane experience with the game obviously pays off, and like he just definitely on the top level. and he would have been ahead of Boots because he actually beat him like after FIFA 1. It just instant Boots improved, and I think Monkey just started playing less, so I think if they played again, Boots would have won this time, for sure. I feel like majority of the Monkey's win last time came from having more experience and consistency, and like again talking about Boots' consistency issues and stuff. But this time, I think if they play Boots, will come out on top, and the less Monkey plays, the lower on the A tier he'll probably get. Especially now that he says he'll be like focusing on IRL stuff for a bit. But when Monkey comes back, he can definitely stay at the mid top A tier level easily. Both Isaac and I close games. Is Monkey in FIFA 1 and neither are really close to A tier level? I wouldn't say that. I would not say that. It's really hard determining the level when it comes to fighting games, but I feel like you and Isaac can definitely be close to it. It's hard to rate Isaac because he's like, I know where to. I struggle with Isaac the most probably for this tier list, and I just still not sure where to put him. I might change my prediction, my placement midstream, honestly, because Isaac like has very like good stats in FIFA 1 especially. Like he's on the top in like win rates. He's like top 5 on win rates, I think, across all games, and like very high on stars, but despite that he got eliminated very early, losing 3-1 to Monkey, winning 3-1 against Vacuum, and losing 3-1 to Keiki. Like it's very hard to rate him, like, because spoilers, Monkey and Keiki are in the same tier, and like he lost to both with pretty much same difference, and had more consistent performance against Vacuum Cleaner, was pretty good as well. So it's very hard to rate Isaac. He has like good stats, but he doesn't have good results for some reason, and it's like he's a bit of an anomaly. Like it's way easier to rate Bacon, and probably because Bacon played a bit more than Isaac overall, so many fighting games to get higher on next ALS 31 tier list. So real. I feel like Bacon will have one of the more opportunities to prove himself than other people. Dealing a lot against KK, yeah, KK just mentally winning a mental warfare against Isaac. Did carry that 3v3 tourney so clearly A tier. I mean, Isaac only did wins grind in 3v3, and 3v3 was quite a bit ago. We do not count that. So KK being KK lost Isaac too much. KK was just being a jerk the whole time. Massive Isaac's head. I feel like I just haven't been given enough chances to prove myself. In the mini one I went against Ninsan when I wasn't active, and the FIFA 1 started. Don't worry guys, you will have an opportunity. PB hunt, and then next only one especially will be a chance for you to prove yourself. Do not worry. Speaking of proving themselves, the next 3 placements were kind of hard to do for A tier, and like they'll probably be controversial, but I think purely based on what I've seen recently, obviously that's not a lot of data, but I think right below Monkey is Sand Bleach. Only one event sometime soon. Dude, I'm gonna drop so much after PBA hunt. Nah. I'm sorry, bacon instant. Bacon knowing Bleach the most just instantly goes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm cooking some hot takes for this for this tier list. Jumped off a full second early in whole game. Wait, we do not count like small small mess ups, okay? Shit happens. He never won a single time. Yeah, but like I said, I cannot know all of your practices, and I can only look at the games themselves that you guys have. And looking at the results during 2v2, Bleach only had 2 games against Silver and Bots and Sky and Jigsaw with Bacon on the team, and Bleach had, for me at least, because I did not know how good Bleach is, very, very strong performances. Bacon feeling so out for real, bro. Yeah. He is right behind Boots and a bit ahead of Monkey on the Stars leaderboard. Though I was a bit hesitant putting him against Monkey because he just had a more. He had less games, so overall, recently. He just, like, had a very. Like, he outplays Bacon more than Bacon outplaced Bleach, I think, in 2v2. Let me count again, unless I'm dreaming. Like, there are like a bunch of games where you guys very close or in the same uh uh stars count, and there are some games that Bleach just had a bit better performance, especially the first game against Skies where Bleach got 17 stars. That was definitely a pop-off moment from Bleach, and overall performed pretty consistent for the person who doesn't play games. Party games, I mean, who does not play games. If I'm not a tier, at least I'm gonna to go for few records. So real. Where did I even put you? Oh yeah, I see you here. Okay. And the pressing from to made Bleach better. Yes. Like I said, I only count the events and tournaments for this one, so because I can't really have data on every single little thing that you guys do. And I think the addition of obvious stress during tournaments makes it I don't know, better definition, because if you just play like regular chill 1v1s, I don't think people like try as much as, well, not everyone, but like mostly everyone do not try as much as they do in tournaments, which I think is a bit better definition for the skill. And don't worry, Bacon. Like I said, it was a very hard for me to decide, and like I purely put Bleach ahead of it just because of the 2v2. But it definitely is in A tier and like very close to all of the people here. Like it's pointed out, you had a good close game against Blaster. You and Sky weren't like too close, but like still overall close in terms of stars in your 2v2 match. I don't remember if you played ever with Boots, and even though you've got 3-0'd by Monkey, it was like your first game back in FIFA 1, and like he definitely improved since then, and all 3 games were close between you guys, so it's like it's hard to rate people who don't play too much. So, and you also had a match against Sand for you that was also pretty close, so definitely A tier, hard to rate fully, but and he has a chance to get higher after next events and stuff. Like, very good potential to get higher. So I'm B plus. I ah hmm hmm. Enterprising and first gaming and Scasa just became shit. Yeah, that's how it sometimes goes with tournaments. Get Jigsaw Record right now. Rip. Well, rip. Just the bright side doesn't be noodly. Then he has a flight to Jenkins, so I'm not getting it anytime soon. Then we need new Jigsaw server for real. For real. Hmm. I'm just thinking a bit. Just looking more at the stars and think of doing last second swap. I don't know. The lower tiers will, man. I don't know, man. The lower tiers are so hard in my head to do. I don't know how to how to determine it fully. Hmm. Hmm. In fact, I'll bring it up given that it's real how I'm meant to do it. Yeah. Man, I might do like a last second swap here. Not so, but just addition. Because I'm so not sure now about anything in my life, honestly. Oh, it's the first day. Oof. Oh no. This is the first day of the month. Also have the notification like it's like for 2 gigabytes. Okay, before I do any changes for the lower tiers, let's just conclude the A tier with KK at the top. Not at the top, at the bottom. I mean, I already said he would be in this tier, and KK is one of the players, like Batser, who can just come back at any point, and with not as much practice, still stay at the top level. Mostly because he lost to Bacon. I'm putting him below everyone else in this one, so. And he been out of practice for a long time, so I think there's a good chance he will lose to most people in this tier. Though it is hard to tell. Kiki is always gonna be like A tier or maybe A plus at best, because it's like you never know what to expect from him. He just fucking it's you never know how to play against him. He just does so much absolutely random stuff that makes him really tough opponent. Not being fucking Jigsaw, listen. He's A of all time, real. I don't get how you never plays it still good, but it's full of my games real. And that is certainly real. Man. Okay, I'm gonna do some changes to this list, I think. At the last second, because I'm just so not sure about everything, honestly. Hmm. I don't know, man. B plus is always the hardest tier to do, and everything below it, so I'm really not sure about everything in my life, honestly, anymore. You know, one playing KK made me it's the funniest I've ever been. Dropping out of the trolley. I know why you guys having such a bad time playing with KK. I don't know. I very maybe because I knew him for longer than you and Isaac, but it just I don't know. I just cannot. I just don't really take seriously a lot of the stuff that he says. I just either laugh or just not pay too much attention. But whenever he does things during the tournament games, it's all for content. So, like shit. Because Kiki actually loves you. I love Kiki too. Kiki has me on the ignore ad. And he does some interesting decisions sometimes. I don't know, he definitely like is not like fully nice to people. Sometimes not as not nice at all, but like I don't know, just out of all things he said to people, and like I've seen him say, like seen him interact, I cannot like I don't know, like some of them like seem so over the top. Not in terms of how like bad they're, but like how like it's just like the way like he says them, it's just like it's very hard for me to take them as like harmful comments. I don't know. I was never harmed by KK, even when he didn't know, even when he didn't know me. So I don't know. I feel like people just take what he says too seriously, but it's definitely not meant to be that way. But maybe because actually he just likes me more than others, and so I didn't encounter his that side too much. So I don't know. I think he wanted me to put shutdown to like 15 seconds before the match. Probably the full loss too. Because he no, it is meant to be that way. He just would not get it. Oof. Overflow of irony, real. Unless I have kick is when I team killed with Mal and got kicked from the party immediately. Yeah, that sounds about right. When he was in the complaining about being a match against her. Oof. His favorite Finnish person based. You're my favorite Finnish person too. I'm still thinking about the lower tiers because I'm so not sure. I think I'm pretty certain on C plus and most of B, but I'm not sure about B plus at all. My head hurts. I do not know where to put people and how to put them. Man. 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 Like, there's so many, like, if I like fully rearrange B plus and like add more people to it right now, like it's just such a mess in my head because there's so many like factors and the fact that people from this tier barely played at all recently, so I have no idea where to put them at all. Man. Shouldn't this B plus? Jigsawing right now. I'll just put it will B plus, and if you think it's bad, you're gonna complain about it. Simple, real. Let's do the entire B plus without pausing. No! I mean, I will explain less probably doing it. Also, why is Monkey still here? Should be dead. There's still one person I'm not fully sure about. Man. 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 Oh man. Let's move into the U based. Yeah, that is everything. I mean, Bleach and Kiki above Meatloaf is kinda sad. I just realized he's not in A. I mean, Meatloaf only had one tournament, and obviously teaming with someone like IL and being in every game with IL definitely hurt his stats a bit, but it's not about stats too much with him. I saw how he performs in games, and Meatloaf is I'll talk to him when I get to him. Hold on, I'm cooking in my head right now. A lot of cooking happening in my head. I don't know, man. I really do not know. I'm so unaware of everything that is going on in my head right now. Party games again. If you put Trampoline high, will do bad things. That's my previous saying. Trampoline is definitely S tier, guys. The silly jumpy jump game. That's why you're not a kid. Ooh. I'm gonna steal your world. Oh, we have a beef cooking. Big beef in party games community. Okay, as I thought about it more, I did. I moved 3 people. Did I move 3 people yet? I don't know, man. B plus has always been like the biggest tier, and like last second I moved like 3 people from B to B plus. Looking at the stats again and like performances, because B and B plus and a bit of C plus as well is the most confusing tiers to me that I have no idea how to rate fully. Because like I said, people from those tiers barely plays, but I think the people I initially put in B should definitely be way higher, and I moved them up a bit right now. I'm thinking of moving some others too, but like I feel like I will stick with the tiers I did right now. So let me just do that really quickly. Remove 3 people from B and put more in B plus. Sorry that I'm doing this shit midstream. I just I was not fully prepared and I wasn't really sure about stuff, so there you guys go. Last second swap. Anyways, looking at escape. And you gotta understand all of us other records are being taken by new gens. He's kinda ranked high, he did fault record travel. I'm not doing it because of like world records or anything, it's just how the games that I enjoy. I don't know, I feel like if I make the tier list right now, like I know I have a very interesting, I don't know, thing recently that I just appreciate all the games a bit more than usual. I just like party games again, all of them. I would put just all party games in S tier and Fire Leapers in A tier, honestly. that's an unwanted child. That's a child that was ruined in, not ruined, but it's like Fire Leapers is just the child that could hurt the most in the I don't know, car crash or something with the whole family. Like the 50 wave cap, like Fire Leapers has already been not the best game, and 50 waves cap just destroyed it completely, in my opinion. 5,000 games, you can have 5 attempts at being lab escaper, so you got to count party games. Real. But within 9 people is the middle child, yeah. It's just I could see like everyone in this B plus like beating each other, but at the same time I'm not sure if anyone should be below it or not. Like I said, B plus is usually high, so I guess I'll just keep it that way. And like this B plus here is like a lot of pairs. A lot of like paired people close to each other, I guess. So let's just start with the top 2, which are you can guess the pair of these 2 very easily, how they're related. Itamar and Swift. Itamar and Swift in the previous tournaments, in all the tournaments that they played, and especially in 2v2, they showed like they just like, I think they're like the model B plus players. They're just pretty good, but like not really bad players, but not something like too insane. can definitely be higher, both of them, and like I could see them be like mid A tier with more pop-ups and performances, but I feel like B plus for them, top B plus is kind of the perfect place. Fire Leapers was randomized between like 10 for each wave and had no cap. It could be good, yeah. And I think the waves at the start are randomized. Because if you look at the Halloween 1v1 stat spreadsheet, you could see that even when people reach 50 waves, the times are completely different. It's not the set amount of time that people spend playing 50 waves. So 24-hour Fire Leapers boots, no. I mean, 24-hour Fire Leapers is not that hard because after you make it like past wave 280, waves are just become so much fast. They're like 99% of the waves do not kill you. So people would die by the time the smoke showed up on the screen. Me, issue of skill gathering. Even if the run as far as waves, yeah. 24-hour workshop when? Just ask Sky to add the new map, which is just you play workshop for 24 hours. And can't you like set the time limit for 24 hours technically on the practice server? Yeah. Both Itamar and Swift, very solid players. Obviously not like low tier players or anything. Closest to get both of them getting to A, and like both showed pretty much same skill level when playing in 2v2, so on the same team. Just a bit not enough to be like it just seemed like the people from higher tiers had like better accomplishments than those two, but those two didn't play too much as well. Yeah. Wait, you can bear B because he's not coming back until the end of the stream. Noodle is gonna come back for tomorrow's stream at the same time, easy. Alright. And 1000 crafts game incoming. Oh no. I'll just get a bit faster with B+. Done with. And put next pair of people down. Which would be Meatloaf and Noodly. Those two I originally had in B because I wasn't sure. Because like a lot of people from B+ are people who played in 1v1, and Noodly and Meatloaf basically only had 2v2, so it was harder to compare them. But then looking at their stars and like remembering their performances again, I think they definitely should be higher. And around top B+. And it's very hard to compare them between each other because they didn't 1v1, they only played against each other and against similar teams in 2v2. And like, the thing I can tell you about B+ and like players below them, especially about Noodle and Meatloaf, is that those people are inconsistent as fuck, which is make even harder to rate them. And both Meatloaf and Noodle, they have some weak games, they have some inconsistent performances, and they both have some like 2 or 3 insane games, which is like Lab Escape and Pig Fishing for Meatloaf, and Jigsaw and Animal Slaughter for Noodle. But like because of this inconsistencies, it's just hard to rate them. I feel like I put Meatloaf a bit higher because he had moments where he was like outplacing IL a few times while teaming with him and just getting top scores, top stars in games against very hard teams. and even though Nudley had some pop-off performances like that too, it just, I don't know, it felt to me like Meatloaf just been a bit more consistent, even in their own match in 2v2. Doing that just, it's like, I don't know, if I could like add points system to all the heroes, like Meatloaf would be like 1 point above Nudley. It's like very close between them, and you can definitely interchange them in that tier. Nudley about to be trying to fight everyone. Okay, but in the 2v2 I was just doing close. Don't call it inconsistency, just trying for content. Yeah, so real. At least twice against the yell, yeah. For Butter was looking for a 1v1 earlier. Go 1v1 Butter and change your tier right now. No, it will not count, but yeah. At least half of them. I could see you do good against most of them, but I don't know if you can beat them. Like I said, it's very hard to tell because your only 1v1 match was against Niels in 3rd anniversary event, and it did not go well. That is gonna 1v1 me tomorrow. He will beat me. I will have to see that match. Nuzli and Meatloaf, if they continue playing in tournaments, definitely will be moving up higher as they play, especially Noodly. Noodly is being a brutal. It's like I just don't have an update, and I'm trying not to put like any like personal biases here or anything. Just purely look at the stats and performances from tournaments, and it's very hard to do, as you guys can tell. So that's what I think of the top B+. An entire man, how was it a fair match, huh? Just beat Niels, easy. That's simple. Although I fear for buying it in the past month, oof. I don't know, seems pretty fair to me. Thank you, Steven, thank you. This one I'll support it in the chat. One bucks right now. Okay, next pair. Should have pretty compatible people to each other. If you guys remember the matchups from Final Losers Bracket, you will understand why. It's KPK, why are they white, and Tab. Tab was always hard person to rate, and I think he's always been B+ for me, kinda. He's just consistent across most of the games besides Lab Escape, but it's just his consistency is like barely not enough to get some good wins. He had some good performance against Fizzy where he managed to win one game in FIFA 1, but then in the very next game he lost 3-1 to Sky, or 3-2, but like one of the games was tie, I think, so I don't remember fully. And like Sky definitely improved and showed good performances throughout the FIFA 1 and had some good scores in 2v2 as well. Just not at the same level as the other Sky. And like she's here just because she beat Tab and some other people down the losers bracket, down the B+ in FIFA 1. But like the people like that are very hard to rate because they're strong players, but like you don't see that much of them because they get eliminated early. So only A. Hello, Keiki. I mean, looking at people above you, I explained it before, like, I purely put it on the, based on the recent performances, and so, like, recent, it's only from the last 3 tournaments, and like I said that you can always just come back with little or no practice and still be like A tier. It's just people are above you are just basically people who just play a bit more and have a bit better results in the recent events because of it. You should come back to party against Kiki one day and just sweep everyone. We should team for next 2v2, honestly. Welcome back to our streams. Kiki was on one of the last streams before July, I think. I've never seen him popping up recently, so... Odd. We're about to have a new tournament, but it's not really a 1v1. It's gonna be a PB hunt event tournament. It's gonna be something different this time. PB hunt? No, PB hunt. Personal best hunt, not PP. We're not hunting for PPs in party games community. No, none of those there. Not the number gameplay time. Dude, imagine. I mean, if Sylvan and Blatter and Sand and Boots and Nielsen Nudley are allowed, surely me and KK can be allowed too, right? Like, Niels Nudley and me KK are basically the same team. Just think about it. When's the PP hand? No, we are not doing PP hand. Yeah. Let's go towards the next person who is not paired, technically, who's not part of any pair in B+, and who was very hard to rate. Like I said before, it's Isaac. Because he had good performances against both Monkey and Keiki. He lost to both of them with same score and same scenarios, basically 3-1, with one of the games being tied. So he's close to their level. And just, it's just like I said, he has some really good stats, just we barely see him play, and the matches we've seen, he didn't do as well against people from higher tiers, so it's very hard to compare him against everyone else in B+, especially considering that all of those people played in the recent tournament and he didn't. So I love to see Isaac come back for next 1v1s, because he's definitely a good player and should be B+, I think, and have a potential to be A. It just, we barely see him in tournaments and him performing and playing for long enough now. So he was the hardest to rate for sure. He jumped for me between like 4 different tiers when I was making it in my head yesterday, but I think this is kind of the fair placement for him here. And closing B+ tier are the duo of 4-3 matchup, Ugi and Wire. They showed their match against each other, but they're pretty on pretty much similar level, with Ugi barely outscoring Wire. And I was really thinking between him and Sky who plays higher, because Sky, even though defeating Vara with pretty much the same score, performed less consistent than Ugi, but also Sky performed better against IL than Ugi, so I really could not know how to rate them. And Ugi had a very close match against Sky in FIFA Only One, so like Ugi for me, he was in B plus for most of the time, but he was just jumping from every placement, from like top to bottom of B plus, and I had no idea how to place him. And Var, bottom of B plus, he got eliminated very early in FIFA Only One, in very close matches both times, and he can surely be A tier or like top B plus, even current current skill levels. It just because of lack of practice and him saying that he retired from tournaments probably. I feel like around bottom B plus is a fair placement for him right now. Ugi, we love Ugi here. Yeah, but B plus always the hardest tier to make, and like it's always the beefiest one. So, what do you guys think of this tier? Do you think anyone from the remaining list should be there? Do you think any of them should be higher or lower? I don't know. You can do so much. You can do so many rearrangements with this tier and probably be right if anything you do, honestly. My little party games brain is not able to comprehend everything that I'm doing. Yeah, that's B plus for me. We are going for the last two tiers because, like I said, no one will be in C this time. And those two tiers, even though probably a bit easier and agreeable than B plus, they're still too hard. It was very hard to make, and I don't know. I might switch out some people, but I don't know. That's like one person I'm very not sure of, but they're in C plus. This person can be anything between C plus, top C plus and bottom B plus. Honestly, from what I've seen, but I really do not know how to rate them. Fully unaware. But we will get there when we get there, I guess. Let's start with top B tier. Which is our good old furry friend Denius. Not saying the remaining of the name. That was one of the also harder choices because Denius is obviously very cracked and good. He just doesn't play too much anymore, and like had close match against Pay to Win. He had a very close match against Boots when Boots just started and was probably around more like B plus, low A tier player. And Denius had a chance to knock off Boots then. And he got 3-0 by 3. But still had a pretty good performances there, so I really didn't know where to put him. He could easily be like anywhere in B plus as well. I just feel because of his matchup with Pay to Win, who is a bit lower. I don't know. It feels like top of B tier right now is the best place for him because of how little he plays compared to everyone else. But like he only had what, like 3 games in the tournament. It's very hard to say anything with just 3 games, so I feel like the other people in B tier are a bit easier to rate. With person right behind him being NT for me. NT always been B plus for me. It's just he mostly dropped because his performance in 2v2 was not as good compared to previous games. I tried to really not to look at his game against Bloodster and Sylvian because he was in a very bad conditions there. But even without it, like he had like pretty decent games against Sant and Boost. With him being around like scoring close to Boots a few times, and then also obviously getting a very good start against Faye and Sarah, and him having a close match against Sylvian when Sylvian was just starting playing. It's like I said, he just like, since if we were only considering fifth only one, and he would probably be in B plus, which would make the tier even higher, but like just because I feel like he underperformed in 2v2, I think top B tier. And because everyone else is just too cracked nowadays, I think top B tier is a better place for Enki at the moment. Look, it's anonymous tax loyal. But I'm really not sure. Very hard to say. I feel like I've been saying it a lot, but like, yeah, those lower tiers are the hardest to do in my head. I feel like the remaining of B tier is a bit easier for me to kinda think about and not think about, like kinda separate them and put them in the place where they should be based on performances. But man, yeah, I'm just still looking at the like this part of the tier list specifically, and just I'm like, dude, you can really like switch out everyone within this. Maybe, I don't know, man. Music goes hard. It's a Lantern from Deltarune. Deltarune and Undertale OSTs are really good. So I feel like they suit for those types of streams really well. Hello, Anonymous Koala. Thank you. When do we get Pokemon music? I usually just put the music from like the games or like things that usually from games that I played. So I've never played any Pokemon games. I'm sorry, Sylvian. So I have no idea how good the music is in those. And like, I don't know. I very rarely listen to music, but when I do, I usually try to put music that I'm familiar with. That like, usually because from games, it's like usually the music is related to some sort of moment or like a part of the game, and like if I'm not familiar with the game, like I can't fully what's called appreciate the music, I would feel. Right, in the middle of B tier have our good old friend and definitely the best teammate in existence. It's Sunrise. I have claps in the chat for D. Oh shit, it's me, it's you. Yellow's also very hard to rate because they almost never plays, and they got eliminated early in FIFA only one. But their performance in 2v2, considering the teams we were up against, the little practice they had, and the fact they had me in every single game to steal a bunch of stats from them, obviously. They had a very good performance, I would say. Like I said, in 2 versus 22. Yeah, they should do 2 versus 22. I mean, I wouldn't beat Danny. Dan is very good. And so is NK, and so is you. Like I said, those lower tiers are so hard to determine who is better or not, considering that a bunch of people are eliminating early. I think with practice and the performances you had from 2v2, you definitely have a good chance against both of them. You wouldn't be in this tier otherwise. But it's very hard to tell. Like all three of you could easily be like around mid B plus, like even currently, like without any improvements. But putting back in the 1v1 will suit them all like I did in 2v2. You will have a chance after PB Hunt. I know exactly when after PB Hunt because I think I will be moving out in September. Right after PB Hunt. But I'm not sure. I might start October with Halloween 1v1, another Halloween 1v1, and then do unusual 1v1 tournament afterwards. Moving out again, yeah. Bad 1v1 here right now. No, I'm scared. Something like this. So yeah. And the remaining people from bottom B tier are people who were at the bottom B plus, I think, last time. Just a bunch of people surpassed them. And it's because both of them didn't play in 1v1. Their stats might be a bit inaccurate and their placement, but so they pretty much stayed around each other the same. Arjuk and Faye. Still very good players, still have some good performances. But they barely play nowadays, and their only performance was 2v2. Well, Duke also was against Boots in 3rd anniversary, but we do not talk about that much. Last time they had like 1v1, it was kinda in the 3v3 tournament, and they had the 1v1 against each other actually, with it being very close, with Duke being slightly ahead at the end, so I'm not really considering that much. I feel like just purely from 2v2 performance, Duke was a bit more consistent with than Faye, but I feel like they're still in the same tier, they're still in B. Just moved out from B plus and below people who played and performed better recently. Though, like everyone from this tier, all of them could easily be B plus. Like all of these people can be like the same tier basically. We can just make them all B plus. Like why not, man? We have Eakins. Yeah, all of the people in chat are my Eakins. One number 1 wins and is B. Duke can definitely be higher if he plays. He had some good, like his best was around 4th 1v1 when he got close in some of the games against Cobb and Wax, and like just him being very consistent across a lot of games. Would love to see him one day show similar level of performance, but I don't know if he is gonna be playing party games that much anymore. He might like disappear from this tier list in a few more tournaments he won't play in. What's the lowest tier? Technically C, but I won't have anyone in C this time. All the remaining players are C+, which is still very debatable for me, especially the top of C+, with pay to win. It's just, we barely have, like, I wish he participated in 2v2. He will be playing in PP Hunt, I think, because he had good performances against Denias. Like, there was like 1 or 2 games that were close, but overall Denias seemed to be stronger. And he got very close to against Sylvian on 3rd anniversary, which was a very big surprise, but also there was like a deal with multipliers and band games being thrown in the mix, so it's very hard to, and it was like 1 game. He also had a game against Sheep, but it's even harder rating Sheep on this tier list, so like pay to win is purely kinda, his placement is purely based on FIF 1v1, and I think after FIF 1v1 he should be top of C+, but I do not know. Like I said, he's one of the hardest people to rate as well, because he can easily be anywhere between like mid C+ and top B+. I don't know. I have very little data on him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Bacon. What is pay to win? It's one of the newer players. And I think he also streams sometimes on Twitch as well. Very cool and chill guy to be around. I also really not sure about the next person. Vacuum Cleaner can definitely be higher. Had a good match against me and then lost to Isaac which was a pretty confident win for Isaac there. With Vacuum getting 1 win, but overall just in like all the other 3 games being seemingly on a bit different level than Isaac. In a worse sense. I don't know. Vacuum Cleaner is always like, he like seems like he's not like very high tier player, but like he just sometimes has like very good pop-offs. It's just like he's definitely top C+, maybe even B tier, but like that's because of that of how little games he had, and like his loss on being pretty much a sweep against Isaac in Isaac's favor. I feel like top C+ is good placement for him. Next we have pretty close to each other, Furious Fire and Hirsch. Also barely played any games. Hirsch had 1 win against D, but D improved massively since then, and Hirsch barely played, so I wasn't sure how to rate him. And like the games that he had some good performance against Fizzy. Like Hirsch is like very also one of the problems with people having low matches. Hirsch close match but still a win against D, then close match and loss against Fizzy, who is A+, and then not really close game, and like I mean it would have been an easy sweep for Ugi, who is B+ against Hirsch, but like Ugi decided to throw and make it closer for the predictions. Like, I know. It's very hard to rate people like that. Furious Fire is a bit easier. He lost to 3-0, who is like, obviously, very good player. And then his only other game was against Pay to Win, which was a win 3-0 or 3-1 for Pay to Win, but all 3 games were very close, so they're pretty much around the same level with pay to win, slightly ahead. So if we're purely basing off FIFA only one, he should be hard. Yeah, but like I said, it's like he had a good game against Fizzy, but at the same time not as good game against Uge. Like maybe I'm remembering it wrong. Let me check his game against Uge again. Because Uge was going to and supposed to 3-0 Harsh, and he just threw last 2 or 3 games. Like he hit the -15 and also and stuff. Yeah, it was 6 stars, 4 stars, 1 star, another tie. It's just we didn't see much of Harsh. It's very hard to rate him. I don't know. From what I've seen, he just seems still pretty inconsistent and new in terms of competitive body gaming, so really hard to rate him. On last 2 players, originally I was thinking of putting them in C tier, but since I didn't have anyone else in C tier and I'm just thinking about how they compare against others, I think they should still be at the bottom of C+, and just putting them in a completely different tier would be a bit weird with Sara and Never Random, who both had some good games like from time to time. Like Sara performed well in some of the 2v2 matchups, and her only games was 2v2, so it's hard to rate her. And Never Random had 1 close game against Boost, but then he had to go, so. And we know that Never Random is absolutely insane in Tegatos on MCCI. Like, this guy wins every single round I play against him. Like, he just gets first place all the time in Tegatos. Like, he can definitely be cracked at the game. It just, in the tournaments themselves, they only had 2 matches each, and they did not do well. And especially considering that both of them had to go against Sand. Maybe it's harder to place them higher, but I didn't feel like it's would be too fair to put them in a full tier below everyone, and they can definitely have some good chance against other people in C+. So yeah, I lost the 1v1 against Bloodster. Oof. Harsh is new to the competitive party games, that's what I said, because Harsh played only in 1 tournament and nothing else, so. That's unfortunate. I want to see like the full results, if they were posted anywhere, between you and Bloodster. (21-12) and 2018. Yeah, so my tier list is accurate, I would say, between you guys. How for you? Ooh. Mid-ladder hell. So real. But yeah, that's pretty much my tier list. Can I like zoom out so you guys can see the whole list? Oh my gosh, I cannot fully zoom out. Oh, like this. There you go. That's a full list that I made today. And what do you guys think? What would you change? Do not say anything about boots. Are you better than Cheetah? If people are in the same tier, they're pretty much the same level. Like I said, I mostly base the placements within tiers either based on the recent, like the amount of like how much they played recently, and like the personal matchups if people are too close. And Cheetah just does not play at all right now, so I don't play too much either, but even in the same tournament we were in, I would say I had a bit better consistency than Cheetah. So Kenneth and Booten will probably be more accurate. Nah, I think it's the number one, baby. Cheetah can if Cheetah plays more than 5 games before the tournament match, or more than 1 game, maybe he can sure get back to top S tier and maybe back to his own S plus tier. But I don't know if he will play in the tournaments yet. Though during July trip I asked him about something very interesting that I will not tell you guys about yet. He will be down to participate in a special tournament, but it will be around summer 2024, so no confirmation or anything yet. So yeah, boots. I can't say it. He's certainly good, but I don't thought he would be first in A class or second with Yasser. Yeah. But back when I had Ethan, it was good. Hello, Butzer. You're still very good. And I said during the stream, it's like, it feels like you definitely can and should be like A plus still, but it's just like there's some random inconsistencies in your recent games. I think keeping you as top A tier is a fair placement for you right now. Maybe I should get Ethernet now. I think it might solve my internet issues. Although I very rarely have them now during the tournament matches, so I had like a very weird thing like that. I had like the disconnect again a few days ago on Hypixel, just once, and just was gone afterwards. So Fire Lickers exists, yeah. I wish they did something to Buddy Games to update them, because we can like keep playing, can keep making tournaments and events, but like without updates it's very hard to do anything. Yes, we can do it ourselves. Fine. We'll do it ourselves. As usual. We'll make Buddy Games great again with our own hands. This is mid 2024 if anything will ever even happen. Still either being default or jump to S, that's yeah. That's how it usually goes. I'm really excited to see new S tiers after next 2 tournaments. I have a feeling some people will definitely have a chance to jump into that tier. The exclusive is zombies guaranteed, yeah. As he's practicing, he's very good in my opinion. Yeah, me too. Sylvan is the closest right now. Just wait until someone from C plus jumps to S after next 2 tournaments. They'll go on insane grind and practice mode. Any name ideas? On top, I agree. What about boots? Boots can do as well. Boots' strongest suit against everyone around him is that he currently at least plays the game and keeps improving every day. So this tier list is purely based on the results from last 3 tournaments, and last tournament ended almost like a month ago. Boots will already probably move a tier, or not a tier, but like a placement. If like him and like Sky maybe play it right now, especially since Sky didn't play at all recently. But we can't really use that kind of metric for each day, each second of Paddy Gamer's skill, and just that's like one of the only ways we can like generalize. Yeah, that's about it, I think. How is he a tier? I mean, if you won the tournament, it does, especially if it's team that doesn't immediately put you in like S or A plus. Definitely boosts you. It's just like I said, it feels like people above him had better matchups against him, like performed better than him when they were having matchups with him specifically during his winning tournament. So I want to see Boots in 1v1 tournaments again. Because by the time they will happen, I feel like Boots will just be decimating everyone. Multiple world records and like 5 top 3s. What? Which records did he have and top 3s? I'm trying to. He has Ho Ho Ho, he has Big Jousting 7 kills. He's top 3 in Frozen 4, 7 kills, I think. Don't remember him being anywhere else too much. Okay, his second. Oh, he got RPG recently. I forgot about RPG. I just saw it. Top 3. Yeah, I just checked. I'm gonna go now. It was a nice calm stream. Goodbye. Goodbye, Cow. Glad you enjoyed. Thank you for watching. We'll see how those ratings will change as the time goes by, because this is definitely not gonna stay the way it is. I really hope to sort out people, especially in B plus and B tier. A lot of people will be gone by the next time I'll do this tier list, because I'm only considering like very recent performances. So if like next time I'll do this thing and some people will not play at all, then they're probably not gonna be here. A bunch of people will move up, some people will move down, as it usually goes. Yeah. When next MCI stream? Soon. Within the next few days, I will be having MCI streams for sure. There's a bunch of new stuff for summer event that I'm somewhat playing by myself, but mostly just to do the daily challenges. I'm kind of more on the party games grind currently than MCCI. Yeah, it's always a question of do I ever main PG? And you don't like, you have like a very good like basic skill level that I don't think you need to practice and like grind it way too much to have a chance of moving up a tier or a few placements. So and if you grind, then you definitely will have a good chance. So only kind of ancient make better. I mean, some of my worst games are like ones where it's easily practicable. Yeah, workshop definitely is the most accessible in terms of practice right now. I don't remember. Did you sign up for a PB Hunt, Bacon? Let me check. It did not. Yeah. I do not see your name there. I'm going for Anders with monthly record and I have 6 days to find Saturday. Yep. Good luck with Anders with monthly record. Both Beyond the Bleach going for monthly records, but how's Bleach's monthly for Happy Success record, by the way? Is it still ongoing? Is it gonna be beaten? Was it beaten already? It failed, no! It was in July. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think I just don't remember if Bleach started like on the first day or like on during the first few days. He did 9 minutes for watching and then his PC broke. What? That is so stupid. That's like the worst thing that could have happened. When did it broke? Oh, for like a week, you said, okay. Mm-hmm. Well, at least it happened like during the first week and not like on the last few days. When so it's not like the worst case scenario, but it still sucks so much. Then hope nothing bad like that happens during your run. Monthly records are the most time consuming and mentally draining. So shit like that can definitely just throw you off a little. This time every 5 minutes, I'm not turning on at all, probably because also nobody has come close to beating him. I won't get records of kills unless I care about leaderboard. Yes. Assume as a party gamer, I probably can't really understand how hard it is to grind for like weekly and monthly in other games. Because they just barely queue right now. Bring back COVID so people can grind for weekly and monthly in other arcade games again. During the trip, we discussed possibility of a yearly record. No, I remember this discussion. 1 year long video proof takes 1 extra year to verify. If wins, then 50 wins up will be. Yeah, I can definitely get leaderboard then if you attempt it. Which 5 games have that? Let me see that. I think we had like some people who were tracking yearly wins with bots and stuff, and like some people track it individually. It just I cannot imagine tracking myself and then no. Especially if like you know, a bunch of stuff with like bots breaking from time to time. You can technically do it, but it's like very hard to determine like someone's starting and ending point, and like I don't know. Usually like monthly and weekly and daily wins is just one long dedicated grind, while yearly it's just gonna be a bunch of like multiple grinds, not really really like one big very consistent grind. And even if it will be, it's not gonna be like as crazy in terms of like wins per day or anything. Like I think people who will have like a yearly record or do have in like party games and other stuff, they only fully grinded for like a few months and just like pushed as much as they could in those and just casually playing the rest. So Yeah, I remember seeing Nilsson and Monkey says when starting games is either my gear and happy switching trends 10 and Jenny first or Arco BDs hit their LB. Yeah, that's probably the easiest way to do it. But I'm not sure if the party game swings are tracked into the my gear. I don't remember. Like this part maybe it's still Deltarune soundtrack. It's just Harvard Forest. Yeah, let's head out, see you on good stream. Alright, thank you, Sand, for being here, watching. I will be ending the stream too. Hope you guys liked the Tierlist stuff. And hope you had some fun watching and waiting for Boots to be on the Tierlist and stuff. But I'll be ending the stream now. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next few days on the MCI stream. So if I'm still not too like enthusiastic, it's just I'm still trying to get back into the mood and stuff for streams. So it's just more chill stream right now, and expect more streams, especially closer to BB Hunt tournament. I might be streaming some of my grinds. Or maybe there will be no streams at all, we'll see. Or maybe not party games at all, maybe I'll just be streaming MCI or something, we'll see. It's hard to tell, I'm very inconsistent, but yeah, in that case, in that regard, so yeah. But either way, thank you guys for watching, I hope you liked the stream, hope you enjoyed it, so, and I'll see you guys in the next streams. See you guys, bye bye, I love you all. I wonder what that is. Definitely not something important or that will come up anytime soon. So don't you worry about this. Alright, bye guys.